Welcome to Through the Rough, a place where real-life people share the real-life experiences that have shaped us into who we are today.
What is it like to admit that you need help? To swallow the pride and say, I need help.
Welcome to part 5, the final episode in this series, but long from Tessa's final story.
It doesn't feel great. It doesn't feel great, but I think I was very, very lucky to have somebody, to have Benny, to have my mom, my sister, my boss, to have people who were so supportive and understanding and who still spoke to me like I was me.
What was the most difficult part to ask for the help? Like, what was difficult about it?
Oh God, trying to ask for help showering or getting myself dressed was humiliating. It's just not. People go through that. You know, when you have a medical or a health emergency or you have surgery, sometimes this happens and you have to rely on other people to bathe you and to literally like feed you. And it's like you're a child again. I had to suck it up and think, I literally cannot currently do this by myself. I'm working back to it, but I'm not physically capable. And luckily, I have a partner and family and friends who don't see it as a weakness. They didn't see it as a weakness when I needed help. I might have felt like it made me weaker, but they don't see it that way. And that's partly because of like the relationships that I have built in my life. I'm lucky to have these trusting and loving relationships and to have people who support you and understand that life is going to happen. And it is easier when you have people who can stand by your side. But it doesn't make it go away entirely. It doesn't make it entirely less, like, it doesn't make it easy to admit that you need help.
Today, would it be easier for you to admit you need help versus the circumstance that you were in?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I'm better at it now.
Yeah.
I'm better at asking for help and not feeling like I'm stupid or I'm wrong or a burden or
That's what you felt like?
yeah, oftentimes before. I always felt like, well, I should just figure this out on my own. I should be able to just take care of this on my own. Obviously you have a stroke and you can't walk, you can't talk, and it's like
I think that's a common thing in today's age. Asking for help is through I don't know how through society. If you ask for help, you're deemed weak.
yeah.
Or not strong enough or not good enough or lower class. You bring lower value to the table because you need assistance or you need help. And it's such a difficult psychological thing to get over. You're fucking, I mean, for all rights, you're basically paralyzed, you know, and I need help. I need help to take a shower. I need help to eat. I need help to comb my hair. I need help to wipe my ass.
Yeah.
I need help. And that's a difficult thing to swallow that and recognize and not only be vocal, but you have to live with that internally and all of these different thoughts and these processes are going through your own head that other people can't see. And as they're sitting there helping you, you modestly sit quietly.
Yeah. And you thank them and you tell them that you love them and
God,
and you let them wash your hair. And Benny learned just how long it takes to rinse conditioner out of a woman's hair, very long hair.
Everybody probably thought, like, does this ever come out?
Oh my God, I know. I'm like, it's not done yet. Like, you do this every time? Like, yeah. So, I mean, it brought us closer, that's for sure. Although we were pretty comfy before. So I was very lucky. I am very lucky. And Benny sacrificed a lot. He probably wouldn't agree if I said that. He wouldn't agree with that statement. But I feel like he sacrificed a lot for me during those times. And he just gave and gave and gave when I really couldn't give much back other than my gratitude and just expressing to him in any way that I could that I was thankful and that I would do the same for him. And he said that often. He said, I would do, or I know you would do the same for me. I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. And I would be sitting here telling you the same thing when your pride was hurting. And you know, like you said, it's kind of ingrained, that thought that asking for help makes you weak.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like generational. I hope that maybe it's getting better with the younger generations. I don't know. But maybe it's where we grew up. Maybe it's geographical. Maybe it's that I grew up in a rural small town And it was kind of like every man for themselves. Like you're expected to work at a young age. You're expected to be productive and all of this at a young age. And then all of a sudden I was out of commission, basically. So I think it also had something to do with where I pinned my worth for myself, my self-worth. Is it pinned to my abilities or what I bring to the table, my productivity? Like what defines my worth?
What does define your worth?
Well, it's none of that. I can tell you that.
Agreed.
I found that out very quickly because I'm like, no, I'm still worth something, even if I can't contribute in these ways. And I kind of throughout my recovery found like that I'm worth, my self-worth is built by my character and how I treat others and how I show love to the people around me. And it's not based on whether I can walk or talk right. It's not.
You're more than that. You're more than your arms and your legs and your
Yeah.
voice and your hair color and your eye color. You're more than that.
Yeah,
If you take that all the way, it's still you.
exactly. And I was lucky to still be there. And I remember stressing this to people like as I was explaining, like I'm still here. It's still me. It's just a little different. And I'm still like learning what the new paths in my brain look like. I'm really still going on that journey.
The new you.
Yeah. It is new. It's not the same. And I had to be okay with that.
How do you find peace with that process?
How do you find the peace with that? How did I do it? I feel like I've done it.
I think you've done it, but how did you do it?
It was ugly.
Ultimately, you had to do it alone. Ultimately, it's all internal. It's all up to you.
Yeah. Yep.
People can't give you your own strength. It's your strength. You either choose to use it or not. How did you direct that? Like how?
I think I had to I did hit a hard bottom a couple of times when I started fearing that my speech would never go back to normal. I remember messaging the suicide helpline at one point.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like logically I knew that I didn't want to leave, but my thoughts were not where they should have been. And I was alone. I had to work through that and come to terms with living and keeping the pace, even if I would never be the same person I was before. It was like, I talked to my therapist, my head therapist, that
Not your physical therapist.
like I have so many therapists. My mental health therapist talked about it was almost like a process of grief, like putting that old person to rest.
That old person basically died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a new version.
Yeah.
Tessa 2.0, motherfucker.
That's really what it seems like. I'm not the same. I'm very much still myself, like my core values and who I am, my personality and whatnot. But there are a lot of things that have changed. I'm still getting to know this new person, I think, but I'm more excited now to learn about who I am and to go down those paths of like how I learn differently now. I look at it more as a discovery and like a self-discovery journey than a hindrance. It's still, my brain is still a fine working brain. It just works differently than I always knew it to work. Everything seemed to change and I had to learn to like give myself grace and realize that I am doing the best that I can. And I am trying. I could just give up and wallow in self-pity every day and not go to therapy and not progress and not have any kind of positive outlook. I just wasn't willing to do that. I still felt like I had my core of like who I am. It never left, but I did have new areas of myself that I had to get to know.
You had a whole new outlook on life too. What was the hardest part of letting go of the old Tessa's outlook? The old you.
I think my confidence was pretty well shattered for a while. And I used to feel pretty confident in my abilities.
In your current perspective, is that what you just isolated to you? Is that what you would equivalent to rock bottom? Doesn't have to be alcohol or drugs related, but like emotionally you can be put at rock bottom as well.
I think I was. Yeah. I mean, thinking that you want to disappear is pretty rock bottom.
Desperate isolation, seclusion, but it's all All in your head.
It is. It is. And I think even through it, like I still had faith in myself that I would pull through, but I knew that I couldn't do it by myself. I knew that like in the moment where I was having those thoughts that I needed to talk to someone. I needed to reach out. And I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that I spoke to someone and worked through, what was running through my mind at that time and recognizing that like those thoughts were not real and I wasn't going to end my life and it wasn't who I was. It wasn't where I was at. It was just, I had been going through so much for so long at that point in time. And I was terrified that my speech would never go back to normal. And yeah, I think I did hit rock bottom. And then I don't think it was immediate. Like, all right, we gotta pick ourselves up and never go back to that rock bottom again. I think I was dwelling near the bottom. I was being a bit of a bottom feeder for a little bit.
Just dipping your toe.
Yeah, I kind of hung out there for a little while and just tried to tread water in the situation almost. I wasn't okay with that. I didn't want to be stagnant. So I think my stubbornness really kicked in and I was just like, no, we are not done. This is not the end all be all. And we can keep trying. We can keep doing research. We can keep going to therapy. We can keep singing and rapping. And I had different cognitive exercises that I would do with my hands. I was challenged to paint my nails by myself, by my cognitive therapist. And that was fucking hard. Oh my God. Painting my nails after a stroke was like, this is a joke.
Intense fine motor skills, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, it was hard because I was like, I would drop shit all the time. I was breaking dishes in the kitchen. It was like, it was irritating, but I could find like the small joys and paint my nails. And even if I had to wipe the edges and use nail polish remover on my cuticles and all of that, like it might have taken me like 2 hours or more to paint my nails, but I could still accomplish it and spend that time focusing. And I could go into my therapist and be like, look at my nails.
It's not about the end goal. It's about the journey to get to the end. The journey is where you do the learning, not the end.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So little things like that kind of gave me hope and made me feel like, oh, that was a small win. So let's keep going for more small wins and maybe we'll get to where we want to go. I mean, even going from like a walker to a cane, that was a small win.
Yeah.
For me. As soon as I graduated to a cane, I was like, oh, hold her back. I'm going places now. It was right around the same time when I got cleared to drive and I started driving again, went back to work on a cane. Like, yes, I had a mobility aid. People stared at me a lot.
Did you get the little handicap hanger for your car?
I could have, but I didn't.
Look at you.
Was that the stubborn Tessa coming out?
You know, that's a good thing because, again, I hate referencing Joe Rogan, but fucking guy says some amazing shit.
Benny listens to him all the time.
He, one of the things that this guy does is he physically challenges himself constantly. And it's similar to what you do. I physically challenge myself. I park at far away parking spots, but that's as physically,
Dude,
that's as physically challenging as I get. I'm more than capable.
I take the stairs. I never take the
You
elevators.
run up the stairs. We Dumb and Dumber it at Shields. You should see it. It's fucking awesome. She goes running. I pull her by the leg. She falls at the bottom. I take off. She hits me with a fucking cane. I go down. She's up.
Oh my God, please take me with you.
People
next
are
time you
watching
go.
on the fucking on the little Ferris wheel thing that's in there, and they're like, "What the hell is going on?
Like, someone call security.
Arrest that woman! Arrest him! No her! No him!" It's like that.
I don't know.
I mean, it really is like the stubbornness, I think, played. And I do that normally. Like, I just try to challenge myself and see what I can handle. And that was one of the things. Like, no, I'm going to park and I'm going to walk into the store. And then occasionally I would, like at first I had to use the little wheelie carts, the little scooter.
The grocery cart.
Oh my God. Can you just imagine me, Benny?
get around without my hover round.
Dude, one of those things died on us in the middle of a grocery store and Benny had to push it
Oh God.
all the way to the front of the store and plug it in with me in it.
That's the best. That's fucking amazing.
So
Don't mind me. All the old people are like, "What the fuck are those hoodlums doing?"
that's exactly what they thought.
And you shake your cane.
Like, I'm real. Like, I'm not just fucking with this scooter. Like, I need it. But eventually I started to put my cane in a cart and hold onto the cart and walk to the store.
That a way to be.
So little things that I can do here and there that would challenge myself helped a lot because those are the small wins. It's like little dopamine hits here and there. It helped a lot.
Yeah.
Do you believe in the power of thought and mindset when it comes to your recovery?
Yes. Yes.
How do you believe that thought, mindset, and consciousness play a role in recovery?
I honestly think that it not only did it play a role in my recovery, but probably played a role in like the reshaping of my mushy brain. I really do. I really think that if I would have not had the stubbornness and the will to keep going, or that maybe it's the self expectations that I set for myself that I've always done. I've had high expectations for myself my whole life that I was not willing to accept defeat. If there's anybody that's still telling me that this can be done, I'm not willing to stop. So I had to have that mindset. I had to. I think that was like from the moment that it started happening on the interstate, my mind had to be in a place of survival and just sheer will to keep going. But I think everybody can get there. I don't think that's like an innate thing.
I agree with you. I think anybody can get there, but a lot of people think life is a little more complicated than it is. But in reality, it goes back to the how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? How do you move through life one step at a time?
Yeah.
If you have the drive or the ambition to take that first step, because even though you can't see it, you know that goal is over the horizon, you have to take that first step to get there. Nobody's going to come and pick you up and fucking push you. Who's going to do that, motherfucker? Because they're all trying to get there themselves.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, it's on you.
Totally.
You got help. People will help and encourage you along the way, but they cannot do it for you.
No. I definitely had to choose. And I don't know, maybe I would say like, I was going to say I had to choose every day.
I think I can agree with that. I
Yeah.
think you do have to choose every day. You know, you fucking go to sleep, you rest, and you wake up, and it's a different day. It's a different state of mind.
Yeah.
You have to remember who you are.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And man, it's hard when you wake up and you're like, I don't even really know who I am anymore.
Yeah.
How do I even drag this person along that I don't know? I have to, well, I guess I had to love her enough to do it. Yeah.
That's an interesting
Mhm.
perspective.
Yeah. I had to love myself enough to do it, to think that I deserved to continue.
And I think that's where some people fall, people who maybe don't overcome something. And I think it is a core of that, their own love for themselves. And that if you have that mindset of not loving yourself, that will hinder you. And if you have to overcome things, because like you said, for you, that kind of seemed like it was a driving force.
Yeah.
And, to get yourself motivated. Because I feel if you don't love yourself or look at yourself and give yourself that self-worth, then that's people don't have that point to make the next step, to do the things that are hard, to overcome it.
Yeah. And I don't even think I really thought about that until just now. That's really what it boils down to, is if I were to look at myself from someone else's point of view, they love me enough to help me shower.
To be there. Yeah.
Mhm.
Without fucking unequivocally, without question.
Yeah.
So I need to love myself enough to wake up and continue to try to progress. Even if at the end of the day, I'm like, I don't even know if I made any progress. Maybe not even 1%. But I woke up with that mindset. So yeah, I guess I really do think that I had to come to a point where I was like, no, I'm worth trying to get through this. I'm worth it just because of who I am. And I just love myself enough to try.
Fucking amazing.
It is.
It's not easy.
No.
If people could recognize that is within every one of us has that. It's your willingness to tap into it. It is literally a conscious decision that you have to make. Like, should I go take a piss right now or should I hold it? It's the same fucking conscious decision. It's the same thing. Take the fucking step, man.
Yeah. Like what would the people that love you want you to do? What would they want for you? And do I want that for myself?
What would they do? You know?
What would I want for them
Exactly.
if they were in my situation?
That's we're all in this shit together, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
My friend,
We are
neighbor, like
in the shit. We're in it.
We are. We all go through shit. it's different for everybody. Some people go through similar experience, similar shit, but we all are going through the shit.
And we all take shits.
Yes.
Some more than others.
Everybody,
But as you see in a situation of you had a support team to really help you, but even just having like one little voice of encouragement, I think, because people I don't have a support system, but if we can just be kind to each other and just overly being kind to everyone, you maybe give someone encouragement that you didn't realize just because you said thank you to a stranger.
Which goes into my next thing. If you could go back to the darkest moment during this entire thing in your current present state of mind and give yourself advice, what would you tell yourself?
I would probably say, oh, honey, you need to be nicer to yourself. You need to be nicer. You need to, well, I guess in situations like that, I often go back to a point in my younger years when my mom looked at me and said, take care of my baby girl. And so I've always gone to that. If I'm in a situation where I don't want to do it for me, or if I feel like I don't have the energy or the drive right now or the reasoning to do it for myself, I always feel obligated to take care of my mother's daughter and to take care of my sister and to set an example. And I think I would look back on that person and say, you need to have faith and you need to have grace for yourself because you're not being very nice to yourself right now. I was not being very nice to myself. But I would just also remind myself that it's temporary. Even if I hadn't progressed any further from that point, even if I still had a speech impediment, I was still making moves post-stroke. Even when I felt like I was at a plateau with my speech or that nothing was changing, I was still putting in the work. So whether I could see it or not, it was still happening. And 2 years after, it all paid off. But I mean, yeah, it's so hard to see it in the moment when it's a long process. And yeah, there were a couple of times where I was unkind to myself, despite all the hard work that I had been putting in and the dedication to the therapy. And I mean, yeah, it's normal to get down in a funk, but I had to make the choice to not live there, to not dwell in that. And luckily I was able to do that. But yeah, looking back on that moment, couple moments that were like rock bottom, I would tell myself to be nicer, to be kind to myself.
And what advice can you give others who are currently going through the rough, regardless of what that rough may be?
You're so much more capable than you even realize or that you can probably dream up. It's in everybody. Like you said, like you might have to make the choice to access that mindset, but you're worth that choice. You're worth making the choice to pursue your recovery. You're worth loving. You're worth loving yourself. You're worth your family loving you. And maybe if you do get to a point in whatever you're going through where you don't feel like doing it for yourself, you don't feel like taking that next step for yourself and you want to just give up, then fine. Don't do it for yourself. Find somebody else to do it for that matters. Do it for your mom, do it for your kids, do it for your partner, but you have to be active in that choice. And I think if you do that, the human body, the human mind will allow you to at least make some progress, whether that's physically or emotionally or mentally. I think if you make the choice and you think about it from that perspective, you can do a lot more than you think. You can accomplish a lot more. And the human body and mind is just wildly resilient and yet so fragile at the same time. I mean, Jesus Christ, I had a stroke at 29. Like, what? I can't break at 29. It's not what these human bodies are supposed to do. But yeah, I think everybody has it in them, whether they know it or not. And you know what? I hope that you never have to access that part of yourself. I hope you don't have to live in survival mode.
I don't.
I really hope you don't.
Not exactly the most comfortable place to be.
It's not comfortable, but I mean, it is, like I was always told, it's going to happen. Life's not fair. And things like this happen in many different ways at all moments of every day. Someone's life is changed
in an instant.
Is there anybody right now where we are right knocking on the gooch of the 3-hour mark?
Holy shit.
Yeah. Is there anybody right now that you'd like to to thank or give a special accommodation to, or anything that's helped you throughout your entire journey, other than your awesome self?
I feel like I've got a good, nice little Grammy speech. So I definitely want to thank my partner, Benny. Thank you so much for helping me get dressed and for showering me and brushing my hair and making me feel loved, even when I felt like I was at my lowest and ugliest. You are amazing. I love you endlessly. And I would do the same for him. I hope it never comes to that, but I'll be there whenever it does. I also want to thank Benny for letting me know that though I may not have felt beautiful or sexy or any kind of sensual being for the past like 2 years, I'm so glad that Benny has let me know that I'm still fuckable now. He went through it with me, that's tough.
Yeah.
As partners who have been together for a long time, that was a hard time to live through. But I'm very thankful to him. I'm very thankful for my mom, my dad, my sister. You guys taught me to be such a bad, fearless bitch, and I thank you for it. And my doctors and my spine surgeon, they were incredible, and they never gave up on me, and we got to have the surgery done. I'm nearly pain-free now. I have my voice back. I can walk, talk, swim. I hate running, but I think I can do that. I don't do it often.
Only psychopaths run a lot.
Dude, I have a lot of friends that are
The rest of us are kind of like, I'll skip. I'm going to jump rope to the finish line.
I can walk. Miles now. And I am really happy.
That's most people.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I can walk forever. But yeah, those are like the people that stand out. Everybody who took me to my appointments, we had a freaking calendar drawn up, and I had friends driving all the way out of the city to come get me and take me to my multiple therapy appointments. Literally couldn't have done it without them. Yeah, I mean, I have so many people to be thankful for, and I hope they know it. I hope you listen, and I hope you feel it, because I'm just so appreciative. And I want to say that I really couldn't have done it without everyone. I think that maybe I could have recovered by myself, but I would not have the mindset or the outlook, the life perspective that I do right now. Everyone who helped, reached out, told me that they thought my speech was getting better when I couldn't hear a difference at all. Every time they said that, it made me feel so good. Yeah, I'm so grateful. I try to be grateful every day now.
Well, Tessa, I think your perseverance, your spirit, your self-worth, your self-value, your determination, I think that speaks volume about you and about the human spirit in general. And I think you've got a lot of outstanding, just absolutely amazing experiences ahead of you in your life. And
I think so too.
Yeah. And I think that this is just the beginning for you.
It feels like it.
And I want to thank you, honestly, from the bottom of my heart for sharing this experience. I know this journey has been not exactly the easiest journey that you've gone through. I know when you first made me aware, I was completely taken aback.
I remember that phone call.
I thought you were fucking with me. I'm like, why are you talking like that? What's the matter with you?
It did not even resonate with me, like, at that time. I'm like, oh, yeah, I had a stroke, so that's why I have a speech impediment. What? Like, why do you sound like that?
He got off the phone with you and he called me instantly. And I'm like, wait, what did you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what? And I had like a million questions for him. He's like, I don't. I'm like, as a girl.
Oh, I know.
When the guys give you information, you have all the questions.
I'm sorry, what? And that was, I don't remember when you called me, but I feel like I was probably at least like 5 months out, I feel.
Afterwards?
Yeah, because I could speak. I definitely had a thick impediment still.
Yeah. Oh,
but
yeah.
But I could speak.
I didn't recognize you.
Yeah.
I did not recognize your voice at all. I thought I was talking to a different person. I was like, well, fuck, did I get a wrong number?
Nope. It was totally.
And you're like, hey, Sam. I'm like, what the fuck is this? How do you know my name?
That's exactly. Yeah, S's were really hard for a long time. If I'm sleepy, that's the first one that goes. But yeah, I'm super thankful for you guys for giving me the opportunity to tell this story and to go through it. I think I've learned even more about myself just sitting here, just in these past 3 hours with you guys. Like things that I hadn't quite put my finger on. So thank you for asking the questions and walking me through this and giving me an outlet. Like this is something that's, selfishly, it's very therapeutic for me to talk about it.
Oh, it's therapeutic, I think, for us too, and you bring to this is bringing attention to something that I mean, I speak for a lot of people that have no idea about this, that like any of this, have no idea any of this. I didn't know that a date rape drug could cause a stroke. I didn't know how a stroke works. I didn't know what the effects were. I didn't know how to recognize these things. I didn't know the process or the struggles of trying to recover from it, both mentally and physically, for you and your friends and family. Completely unaware, absolutely oblivious to this stuff because it's never crossed my path. But now, thanks to you, I have the ability to recognize things and I know how to deal with these things and I know how to help people who need help because you've gone through this yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
So
know?
thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Tessa. Thank you
Aw.
for, willing to come and tell your story to, I think, truly help others and help us all on our journey through this life. Because as we all know, there's ups and downs, and wherever we can get hope. And I think a lot of people can find hope in your experience and your journey. I find hope in it. And, just thank you for sharing. Thank you for also bringing awareness to others of, how things can change and how I think quickly life can change and how it is good to stop and take those moments and appreciate what we have. I don't think people do it enough. So thank you for bringing more awareness to all of us that we all need to do that.
Well, it's my pleasure, really. If I can help anybody just feel less alone, that's awesome. And to bring awareness that I mean, even if it's not the same situation, if folks are going through stuff now, hopefully, you have a better understanding of like maybe where their mind is at.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because we as a society, we keep all this shit bottled up inside and then you wonder why you get fucking liver cancer if you're not a drinker. I guess liver probably wasn't the best choice. Like why you get sick. I don't
Not-
fucking know. I don't
not
I don't get
tuberculosis.
sick. I don't know anything about being sick.
Good. That's good. You on that? Yeah.
But you know what I mean. Holding all that shit in isn't healthy for you, I guess is what I'm really trying to say.
Totally right. Like, yeah, I will confess that. So I did all 3 of those therapies for, uh, nearly a year. It didn't occur to me that I needed to also address my mental health and go to that kind of therapy
Yeah.
until the beginning of 2024.
Fucking A, man.
So, that was a whole other. I had kind of been putting my mental health almost on the back burner because I really just wanted to walk and talk again.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to take care of yourself. You got to be nice to yourself. We're just meat suits. We're just human meat suits, and our spirits have attached themselves to these bodies. And you might not always recognize yourself because life throws these curveballs, but
But if you slow down and you be present, it's really easy. And it's hard to miss it.
and it's worth it
Mhm.
then.
Yeah.
It becomes more worth it, I think, every day.
Well, Tessa, have you been through the rough?
Oh, I've been through the rough.
Are you still going through it or have you found your way through?
I'm on the tail end. Is that good enough?
That's good enough. Until next time,
Peace out.
peace out.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you for listening. Don't forget to stop by throughtherough.net to check out our latest episodes, merchandise, and hit that donation tab to keep content coming. See you again next week.